YouTube family, it is officially summer, and with the change of season, you already know what that means. We're going to take us a little virtual perfume vacation, and for this year, I figure why not do the Amalfi Coast? The Mediterranean vibes, the beautiful weather, just a vibe. And actually, I think that may be on my list of where I want to go to next. But this summer lineup, I'm really excited to bring you because it is full of beautiful, luxurious fragrances. But my budget needs to, fear not, I will be doing a dedicated video for the more affordable alternatives, but this pretty much is a luxury list. We have a couple that I will put into that category of like Ulta, Sephora, but for the most part they are going to be niche fragrances. So if you are in the market for a gorgeous summer scent, this lineup has something for you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and set sail, or I guess jump into this summer fragrances lineup. So you guys, if you are new here, hi, my name is Sharita. If you are enjoying the content, if you love what you see here, honey, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and become an official member of our YouTube family. So the first fragrance I want to talk about, since we are, giving Mediterranean vibes, this fragrance is a Turkish brand. And I have been to Turkey, okay, several times. And this part of Turkey that I would visit is Antalya, Turkey. And it really is almost like going to Greece, but for not a lot of coins compared to, like a Santorini or just those more expensive destinations that are a lot more popular. You're going to get the same vibes, the wonderful food, the beautiful, views and bougainvilleas and bloom, all of that for a much more reasonable price point. So Antalya, Turkey is near and dear to my heart. And so this fragrance right here, let me tell you, it is giving the same beautiful vibe. So Skin Musk is not going to be like your Sephora Skin Musks or fresh out of the shower, every day what we come and know to expect from a musk fragrance in the Western world. This really does give more of like an Arabian experience, or again, like these beautiful Turkish rose, robust, but still really bright and beautiful vibes. It is absolutely exquisite. I think if you love rose, if you love powdery musky, you want something a little fruity, touch sweet, elegant, then Skin Musk is absolutely one that you should consider. This is also one I would put into the category of spring summer wear. You could wear it all year, but something about the fruity facets of this fragrance really makes it, again, it wears really bright. And I think spring and summer when I smell a fragrance like this, but it could also be a signature scent for sure. So this fragrance opens with powdery notes, almond, peach, and bergamot. You have middle notes of jasmine, magnolia, and Turkish rose. And you have base notes of musk, bourbon, vanilla, tonka, and dry wood. An exquisite scent, really happy to have it, beautiful performance, and I kind of just feel like, a little princess. Like, am I shopping in Dubai right now? Like, where am I? Like, that's the vibe that it gives when I smell this fragrance. It's luxurious, but it's also really easy to wear and pull off. So again, this is Skin Musk, and this is from Attar Al Has. Now, before we go into the other fragrances, I do want to touch on two of my favorite. When I say my favorite body oils for summertime, I could not leave my ROUZIÉ off this lineup, okay? This is one I have been raving about for a full 365 because I got this last year. This is Costa Privé. It's in their older bottles, and I just absolutely love the way this smells. So this is sweet, but it doesn't get overly sweet and syrupy. I would say that about the both of these, but Costa Privé is just a touch sweeter. This is mango, it is guava, and it's on this base of, beautiful sandalwood drizzled in caramel. So this is one that if you like it just a touch sweeter, but you don't want a full-on gourmand that's going to be suffocating and really hard to pull off in, high temperatures, and this is going to be the perfect layering staple. Now, one that really does wear a lot fresher, and as you can see, I'm obsessed. This is Pitaya, and this one has to be the most beautiful fresh body oil that I own. I haven't really experienced anything that wears quite so clean, but I feel like I'm smattering on a little bit of luxury when I wear this. So this is a really beautiful, like calming citrus with some pear and pink florals. And I just think that they have the quality in their body oil. So if you're looking for something that is, it's very grown up, okay? But she's also giving very mindful and demure, beautiful summer oils, then these are ones I highly recommend you check out. Again, these are both from the house of ROUZIÉ. Now this next one you can pick up at Ulta, all right? And honestly, you guys, when I first tried this, I was like, I don't know. Am I underwhelmed? We'll come back to it and we'll revisit it. I'm talking about Cloudar. This is the latest release from Better World, which is Drake's fragrance brand. I think same perfumer behind this one as Summer Mink, which was an obsession for me last year. This one, I like it. I don't love it. I actually wore this yesterday and I really did quite enjoy it. I think when I first tried this one, I'm dealing with the congestion, the allergies, all that stuff this time of year, you guys. So I try not to judge too harshly on, oh, you know, this smells really faint. It really does wear with a little bit more presence than when I first perceived it. But overall, it is still very soft. It's more of an intimate scent. It's, I would say, scent bubble-ish, okay? I think someone would really have to be in close to you, or you would really have to overspray this for you to start getting like compliments, okay? This is fresh out of the shower. This is easy, casual. I'm a little fresh. I'm a touch aromatic, even like a little fresh, spicy nuance in there on the skin. But most of all, I think you get almost like this clean, woody presence from it. It mentions vetiver, and vetiver and cedar can absolutely get a little masculine. I don't get that from this, okay? That's quite surprising. It almost comes off as like a creamy sandalwood. That's the way it smells to me. It doesn't smell like Haitian vetiver and an Atlas cedar. So it's very light and smooth, but you still get quite a bit of woody presence. They are mentioning like the cut grass, girl, okay? The grass is it's not really grassy. So if you do not like that note in fragrances, I don't think this would be a problematic note. At least on my skin, it's not really prominent, and it does not wear overly green. So keep that in mind, and you do get a beautiful zing of ginger. Again, it gives that fresh, spicy touch, but overall, I think if you love those cleaner wearing floral and woody fragrances, they don't mention musk, but it almost wears like this skin musk vibe, then Cloudar is one you probably would enjoy. So be sure to check this one out. I think it is an Ulta exclusive. I don't know if they sell Better World fragrances direct on the website, but I do know as far as major retailers, Ulta is the one who will have the Better World fragrances. So I'm actually happy I went on ahead and just got the small bottle. I need a bigger one of the Summer Mink. I'm on my second bottle of that one, and I will probably just be done with this one after. I don't, you never know, things really do grow on you. But again, this one is a like, it's not a full-blown love, but it is a nice scent, I will say that. So again, this one is from the House of Better World, and this is Cloudar. Now these next two fragrances I am wowed by, okay? And I'm not just saying it because I've worked with the brand, honey, but Navitus has a new release and Vivamor has a new release. Now let's talk about the Vivamor release, because this is the one I've had the longest and I've been hoarding. Self-Made. I have mentioned this Self-Made, it really did kind of exceed my expectations. It wowed me. I mean, I don't have anything like this here tuberose fragrance. It is white floral, but it is equally gourmand. I mean, the honey caramel is creamy, is sweet, but it doesn't wear too thick. I think that I gotta look and see who's the perfume behind it. It's so well balanced. It is so well balanced. Tuberose, it doesn't get too sharp, too green, doing too much, but it is definitely there, like unmistakably. And I think Self-Made is the perfect name. Like, look now, she begins some wears. Self-Made is the perfect name for this, because when I smell this, I'm thinking feminine, luxurious, self-assured. Like, you've got to be a self-assured type of woman to pull off tuberose. It is a white floral that is not for everyone, and it seems to be kind of like a lover-hated note. I love tuberose in most cases. Very rarely do I dislike it. Sometimes it can just wear a bit too green depending on the way it's done, and tuberose is that white floral that can wear so many different ways. It can be very bubblegum, it can be a little honeyed, it can be stark green, and it can be like this sharp, heady white floral. And I think that this just wears like in that true essence of a white tuberose. Okay, so it's addictive because it's so sweet. I cannot get enough of this one. I think this may be the best Vivamor. Okay, I don't know, like Steven Rodolescence, his releases have been superb, and I don't know the consensus on this one, but yeah, this is definitely for the grown woman for sure. I feel like his first release, main character was very beautiful, but it was very youthful. So this one opens with coconut and maple syrup. You have middle notes of coffee and Indian tuberose, and you have base notes of praline and musk. So I don't get something that smells like maple. When I smell the sweetness of this fragrance, it smells almost like a caramel, like I said. But I guess if you factor in the creamy coconut, you have the praline and that syrup, it just kind of melts together to give you something that smells like a caramel type of scent. But this is absolutely beautiful. The coffee adds a rich depth, and again, that tuberose she's top tier. And what I love, you guys, Vivamor is priced so reasonably for the quality that you are getting. The same oils and perfumers and efforts and all of that from the Navitus range, which is the original company. This is more of like a sister company owned by the same person. You're getting everything. They're just giving you not quite as a luxurious packaging as far as the boxing and all that. And at the end of the day, who really cares? Like, if you can get a quality scent, girl, I will take a regular box because it's going in the trash either way. I'm not someone who saves boxes. They immediately go in the trash unless it's like a fragrance Dubois, but eventually that also too finds the trash. Okay, so this is a beautiful release done again in collaboration with Roja, and this is self-made from Vivamor. And if you shop Vivamor direct, you guys, don't forget you can save 20%. Okay, 20% off of a fragrance that is originally priced under 100. You cannot beat that. Now let's go ahead and talk about Eclat Pistache. Now this is one that's fresh off the press. Y'all forgive me, green screen, you already know if it's a green bottle it might appear a little wonky, so let me just try to keep it over here in front of me. So Eclat Pistache is beautiful. When I saw that it was going to be pistachio, I just kind of had in my head, I knew maybe what it would smell like. This is not going to remind you of any pistachio fragrance, at least that I've smelled. And when I smelled it, I almost thought, oh, is there like a hint of cherry? I hadn't looked at the notes, so I was like immediately, okay, let me see what the notes are for this one. And I did not see anything like an almond or a cherry mentioned, but I don't know like why I'm getting that. It could be the way the tonka bean is done. There is tonka in this fragrance, but this is so beautiful, you guys. It's warm and spicy, but it's got like this frothy kind of airiness about it, where this is a nutty fragrance that has that sweetness, that vanilla warm spiciness that you will be able to wear in really hot weather. I know this because the first day that I got it, I sprayed it, you know, scent of the day, and it was very hot outside, like mid 90s, and I was perfectly enjoying all of the beautiful pistache coming off of my skin. So this is the collaboration with Abby of the Cherries TV, and she is someone that I have admired and watched or like long before I started my channel. Okay, so I feel like when I found fragrance, I immediately became obsessed with consuming the content, probably for about a good year, maybe not even that long, before I decided to take a chance and start talking about perfumes on my channel. When I started my channel, you guys, I thought that it was gonna be about like my long journey in this is. Okay, God be having other plans because now I'm doing this full time. What in the world? Who would have thunk it? But I say that to say is that as an influencer, I'm so happy for all of these successes that she has been able to experience, and now she is a part of, you know, the Navitus family, honey, right alongside yours truly. And I'm just so impressed with this release. Both of them, both of these very impressive releases. So please check out this fragrance. Hopefully it's not sold out, because you know how the girls do, honey. You drop a Navitus and it might sell out within the first few days. But if it is still available, I highly recommend you checking out Eclat Pistache. It is a beautiful, warm, fresh, spicy, nutty fragrance that doesn't get OD nutty. This is class, okay? This smells like a super luxurious and classy take on a pistachio. And no, it does not smell like any of the K.I. Like, it don't smell like nothing you've ever smelled. So get your nose on this one. A huge thank you to Navitus for sending me over actually both of these. But now when these are empties, they will be purchased because they are both beautiful scents. Again, this one is self-made from Vivamor, and this is Eclat Pistache from Navitus Parfums. Now let's talk about two travels. I should have started off with the travels, but you know I can get a little chaotic, child. Okay, two travels that I'm gonna need full bottles of. Now this full bottle of DC, we have discussed DC, and my full bottle arrives today. I bought the travel because I didn't know how it was gonna go. All right, DC and Savannah. Savannah, I just knew it was gonna be the win. the one. It's peach. I'm a Georgia peach. It's Savannah. I love Savannah. Like a failed, a flop. I did not like that funk. Something is funky in that fragrance, and I don't know what it is because the notes are not problematic notes, but there is something that they are leaving off, and and it's not just me. Other people chimed in when I talked about it, and they said they had a problem with Savannah. DC? Oh my God. Immediate love. This fragrance, it's giving Potomac. It's giving Real Housewives. Wow. This has to be one of the most, it's fun take on cherry blossom. Cherry blossoms can get a little, you know, buttoned up. They can be super elegant, super, just very refined. And this one has so much character. And I'm not used to seeing that from something that has such a beautiful Sakura blossom presence. But they have done their big one with DC. And again, people chimed in when I touched on this briefly in a past video. They said DC was the one for them too, okay? So if you were on the fence, or if you're looking at City Rhythms collections, or you're looking to add something, start here. DC is absolutely beautiful. So DC opens with beautiful bright pear, pink pepper, cherry, and cherry blossom. You have middle notes of star jasmine, white magnolia, and you have base notes of vanilla, cedar, red amber, and silk. I just cannot get in. Obviously, this travel is lit. Listen, I'm so glad I got the full bottle arriving today, because we're really about to go ahead and finish this up, and we're going to enjoy that full bottle. Love the brand City Rhythm, and I just love how the fragrances really do kind of encapsulate or embody the cities that they are suggesting. If you don't know, like parts of DC, especially like the Potomac area, you have cherry blossoms that go in bloom, okay? And I think they have just done such a beautiful job with this one again. So if you enjoy, there is cherry in this one. If you enjoy a beautifully done cherry that does not smell medicinal or crazy or synthetic or anything, but that has a lot of Sakura or cherry blossom, then this is the one, okay? I love everything about it. Just beautifully fruity and floral. So again, this is DC from the house of City Rhythm. Now, this brand is new to me. Listen here, I saw this just randomly on Sephora. The name of the brand is Ruhveda. I hope I'm saying that right. Immediately, I said Mango Muse in the bag. I don't have enough mango. It's funny because I'm about to shoot a mango video today. Mango Muse travel in the bag. I just looked at the name of Dusky Diwali and I said throw it in the bag. I didn't even look at the notes to this one, you guys. I just said Diwali. Okay, I already know we're gonna be smelling like a luxurious sweet treat, and that's exactly what this smells like. Oh my God. I already knew my brown sister was about to just hit it out the park. Both of the fragrances, I'm gonna talk about the Mango Muse in the mango video, but Dusky Diwali, this is gourmand, luxurious. This is very gourmand and classy. Like, this is not the gourmand in a typical, you know, westernized sense. This is something special. And when you look at the notes, you're like, oh, okay, we're smelling complex, we're smelling rich, we're smelling, this is everything, you guys. This one too also features a little cherry. This one also has pistachio. And I would love to know if this was inspired by a particular dessert. It's got fig, saffron, and cherry in the opening. In the mid, you have rose petals, pistachio, and salt. And in the base, you have sandalwood, incense, caramel, and amber. I know there are a ton of desserts that feature like pistachio and rose. Okay, I had a lot of that when I visited Dubai, but pretty much you're going to smell like a very expensive dessert. Like, this is so good. She's sexy. This is a very sexy gourmand. If you have saffron, fig, rose, pistachio, incense, I mean, come on. But I think that this is one any feminine fragrance wearer would enjoy and love and pull off. It's just the right amount of sweetness to let you know, hey, we're doing a gourmand tonight. But there is so much rose in here. I feel like it doesn't get to be like a gourmand overload or overboard. And I'm trying to figure out, like, girl, what would these smell like if I wore these together? We will see after I wrap. But this house, I am loving, and I'm gonna need to spin that block and get the other travels that I don't have. Really impressed. Again, Again, this is from the house of Ruhveda, and this is Dusky Diwali. Now this next one also has quite a bit of mango. It's got a lot of fruits, very sweet, very heavy on the vanilla. And this is from the house of Ormaie, and this is Livree Nuit. And this fragrance will put you, it definitely has like that DNA of like the vanilla powder, maybe the vanilla powder extrait. I don't know, the original or the extrait, which do I get more of? We're just gonna say the original one, okay? More people I feel like know what the original one smells like. It is definitely got that DNA, but you have to envision that fragrance with a ton of tropical fruits added to the mix. I'm like, oh my God, this is the vanilla powder for summer in addition to the vanilla powder, because the original vanilla powder I do pull out for summer. It's powdery, it's coconut, but if you found that you didn't like the powderiness of it, you wanted something that is maybe just a little bit more ambery rich, then I think you would enjoy this one. But again, I think the biggest way that it differentiates itself from vanilla powder is the fruity aspect. Livree Nuit, the extrait, and I do have to differentiate because the extraits they smell different from the regular Attar Parfums. This extrait opens with notes of mango, vanilla, milk, nectarine, and passion fruit, and you also have some frankincense in there. The middle notes are cashmere wood and vanilla, and the base notes are vanilla absolute, amberwood, and musk. So even though you're getting that, I guess it's the way that cashmere is done, you get something just the texture of vanilla powder and lots of vanilla, lots of musk, but girl, it is that mango and that nectarine for me. Vanilla must have if you love tropical fragrances and you're looking for a beautiful, luxurious one for this time of year. Again, this is Livree Nuit, the extrait from the house of Ormaie. Now, this next fragrance is for my briny lovers. I was definitely in the year of like 2025 when I discovered I truly do enjoy those more briny notes in my summer fragrances. And if you want to smell like luxury, we're dripped in caviar. I mean, are we Monica Bellucci on the cover of Esquire circa 1990 something? I don't know, but that is exactly what my mind goes to. I love Cayman Bleu from Fragrance Dubois. This is such a beautiful and unique scent, and this is one you kind of only want to pull out for when you kind of dressed up, you got somewhere to go. I don't know why I do that with the amount of Fragrance Dubois in these bottles that just never seem to move. When you have like these stumpy bottles and you have like the 100 ml, it's almost like you can spray them until the cows come home and the levels just never seem to go anywhere. But I'll say all that to say, it's no point of me pulling these out for special occasion. Why would I not just wear this around the house? You're never going to be able to get through all of these bottles, so you might as well just wear and enjoy. So that's kind of like, that's a goal for 2026. But Cayman Bleu it's ambery and it's citrusy, and I don't have enough fragrances in my collection that really kind of have both of those olfactive families sharing the spotlight. This is equally ambery as it is citrus fresh. The salty quality is what really just takes it there. You really are getting something that is like, if you've ever been to the Cayman Islands, they've got that salty water, honey, okay? And the name is just so perfect for this fragrance. If you want to smell unique, like luxury, but you want to be fresh and, you know, a little fresh spicy, I think Cayman Bleu is absolutely the pick. And it's so like the luxurious factor of their fragrances, all of their fragrances, they're just next level, they're top tier. And at a certain point, you start to look at the price points for some of these niche houses and you're just like, that's not justified. Fragrance Dubois, you really can't say that about. At least out of the many that I've smelled, these fragrances give price point. From the packaging to the quality to the scent profiles, like stunning fragrances. So check this one out. It's perfectly unisex, but I do think you have to enjoy citrusy ambers with that fresh spicy component and just a little bit of an aromatic vibe. So this one has opening notes of cardamom, nutmeg, and mandarin. You have middle notes of myrrh, amber, and frankincense, and you have base notes of onycha and myrrh. And it's funny, they're mentioning all this myrrh, but myrrh can get a little weird and make me a little sick to my stomach if it's too robust. I think they've just balanced everything quite beautifully like they do in all of their fragrances. So again, if you find myrrh to lean a little masculine, or frankincense. But this frankincense, again, the blend, it's very well blended. It doesn't hit you in the face like a amouage. Like if amouage is mentioning frankincense, you better prepare yourself for a true frankincense, okay? But this is just wears a little like brighter and fresh spicy. I love this. So again, this is Cayman Bleu, and this is from the House of Fragrance Dubois. Okay, I'm getting way too chatty for 15 fragrances. Let me see if I can pick the speed up a bit. Next up is one that I sampled and I immediately fell in love with. So Serenity Blend is the most luxurious tea fragrance that you will ever get your little nostrils on, okay? Sampled it through Scent Split, and they were so kind enough to gift this to me. But even though this was gifted to me, I said that if I'm able to feature this one in a full bottle as a gift, or if I have to pay for it, I'm getting Serenity Blend in my collection. Y'all, between the tea and the coffee of it all, Espresso Oud, Serenity Blend, both from the House of Roja. I don't know what cafe we are sitting in, but honey, let me tell you, you're gonna smell like royalty. So Serenity Blend is a tea fragrance, and they have so many different teas. I think there are like 4 different teas mentioned in this perfume. But you also have these like unique wild card notes. Like they mentioned rhubarb. I'm not used to seeing rhubarb with the tea fragrances. You also get even more of a tea essence and a greenness from chamomile. And chamomile it can be a tough note for me. Sometimes it can just get a little bit too medicinal. I think that this is very well balanced, much like many Roja fragrances. I just love the way he puts his stamp on a luxurious, complex scent. The man knows how to create a magical fragrance scent, and he has done it with Serenity Blend. So this one has tea in the opening along with some bergamot and lemon. You have middle notes of chamomile, magnolia, rhubarb, clary sage, violet, jasmine, and gardenia. You also have a note called Lycia Kubiba, and I'm not familiar with it, but it's supposed to smell like a lemon with a sweet undertone and a bit of a sharpness. So in the base, you have notes of black tea, mate, musk, ginger, cashmere, cardamom, vanilla, coumarin, tonka bean, and sandalwood. Roja's gonna give you a lot of notes, but his fragrances wear like a lot of notes. They wear very complex, and I don't think this is gonna be a blind buy that's safe. Like, you have got to smell this before you buy it. The chamomile is very prominent, but it works in this one, and typically I don't like a prominent chamomile. Mate can be a troubling note. It can get a little weird and dirty, you know, just depending on the way it's done. Again, I love the way it's done here. Truly a spectacular tea scent. So again, check this one out from the House of Roja, and this is Serenity Blend. Don't forget, you guys, you can check this one out through Scent Split in all the various sizes, decants, and they also have the full bottles. And when you shop Scent Split, you can save 10%. So many of these fragrances on today's lineup you can sample through Scent Split, so be sure to shop and save if you're interested in any of them. As always, I will have everything that we're talking about today linked in the description box. Next up is one that I've talked about a lot since I got it. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, okay, because of that, but this is Anelo. Wow, I remember sampling Anelo and immediately I'm like, why does this remind me of Vibrato, but tropical? Vibrato is already it's very fresh, and it's sweet, it's powdery, and there is just this really dominant and prominent like grapefruit and citrus vibe to the fragrance. Anelo has that too, but I think Anelo features the pomelo, which is, it's not gonna be too much different from smelling a grapefruit in fragrance, but they have added pineapple, they have added mango. And so when I say you're gonna get something that puts you in the mindset of Vibrato beast mode, you're gonna take away maybe like that powdery aspect, and you're going to throw in those tropical fruits, and they are going to be prominent. So if you love Vibrato, I can't see you not liking Anelo. And if I had to pick, I don't know. I don't want to make that decision because I love them both, okay? But if you've had Vibrato for years like I have, you want to kind of switch it up, add a little something to the mix, try Anelo. You will love it. And it's a little sweeter, and I think because of the additional mango and the pineapple, the tropical fruits of it all, this is one that my feminine fragrance wears may be able to pull off a little easier than Vibrato, which, you know, a lot of women, they think it just kind of crosses that line, but I wear Vibrato with utter confidence. So again, check this one out. This is from the house of Pernoire, and this is Anelo. Now this next one is a new release from the house of Tomavicci. Wow. Okay, now right alongside the lines of fresh and luxurious is Silk and Caviar. The name says it all, Silk and Caviar. So this is a fresh, spicy fragrance. It's perfect for summer, okay? But there is a warmth to this. It's very woody. It's a little aromatic because you get a lot of juniper berry in this fragrance, and there is this sweetness to it, and I don't know like where that is coming from, but this is a fresh fragrance. I don't want to say it's like super bright and fresh, but there is a lot of freshness going on in here, like fresh, spicy, and there is something a little sexy about this. Like I'm looking at the notes and I'm like, why does it smell so date night appropriate? Maybe it's the spices, but this just has a little bit of everything. It's aromatic, it's fresh, spicy. There is a touch of a very luxurious rose in this fragrance, and again, I think this is pretty genderless, but you do have to vibe with aromatic notes like juniper and cypress and things like that. If you love fragrances like that, I think you would enjoy Silk and Caviar. Not blind by say, but this is an exquisite fragrance for this time of year. So I feel like if you're looking to add a little character to these fresher fragrances that you're picking up, this is nighttime appropriate, okay? Like this is so good. And Tomavicci's fragrances are extraits. They perform amazingly well, and this one is no different. So you have top notes of Ceylon cinnamon, juniper berry, bergamot, cypress, ginger, and cardamom. Middle notes of Turkish rose, jasmine sambac, black pepper, and Tunisian neroli. And you have base notes of sandalwood, labdanum, styrex, amber, musk, cedar vetiver, oak moss, and resin. Okay, I'm thinking that sexy edge is definitely that mix of labdanum, that vetiver, and I just love the sweet touch. The ambery sweet touch makes this fragrance so wearable for me, because I think this is one that could have maybe gone a little masculine, but when you put this on your skin, must try. Check this one out again from the house of Tomavicci. This is Silk and Caviar. Now this has to be the most summer appropriate vanilla in my collection, and Novae vanilla is one that just has such a gorgeous uniqueness, and it's got like this mineral component that this is not run-of-the-mill vanilla. And I know this bottle, like you're probably thinking, okay, I probably smell something similar, ambery rich vanilla. Oh no, you have nothing quite like this one in your collection. So this is from the house of Atelier Des Ors, and they really do give you a scent that makes you feel like you're a little wrapped in luxury. I mean, the gold flakes, okay, the stunning presentation, you're automatically going to feel that when you put this in your hand. When you spray on their fragrances, captivating. And Novae vanilla honestly could have smelled like many other fragrances that you've experienced, but it is that mineral component that sets it apart. And they mentioned it in the opening, but this metallic note, it really does kind of take you throughout the life of the scent. It smells complex, even though the note breakdown doesn't really seem like, okay, we're giving something complex. This truly is a beautifully complex vanilla, but you do have to like mineral notes, okay? Because I think that, again, is what really sets it apart. So this one opens with mineral notes, Mimosa Absolute. You have middle notes of Vanilla Absolute, Bourbon Vanilla, and Madagascar Vanilla, and you have base notes of Amberwood and Musk. Something so addictive about it. Very rich and very intoxicating, but it doesn't get too heavy, too thick, too sweet. It really is the perfect sexy vanilla for summer. Again, this is from the house of Atelier Des Ors, and this is Novae Vanilla. Now, you know I could not do a summer video lineup without something that focuses on the Ylang. That is a yellow note, a yellow floral that really puts me in the mindset of summer vacation. Unmistakably. And sometimes it can wear a little overbearing and thick. It is truly like, I feel like all yellow florals, they just have a presence about them, and they can wear a little thick, okay? But this Ylang, I don't know, maybe she's jab, okay? She's on a little zip it because she doesn't get too thick. It is so well balanced with other floral notes. The Ylang is still the star in Ylang d'Or, and this is actually a new house to me, Maison du Roc, and smelling this actually makes me want to explore explore the brand further. So even though it is predominantly a yellow floral scent, you get a lot of white florals in there, and they just always balance each other out beautifully in any fragrance. You kind of need them both to make them just work better, okay? Too much white, it can be just a little headache inducing. Too much yellow, shit can get a little thick and a little like suffocating, overbearing. So I love when they are paired together, but I do love the citrusy, the brightness, the fresh spicy that this fragrance has. And this, the Ylang Ylang is not a note I would typically say, okay, girl, you can go ahead and put this on and wear this to work. This one, signature scent. This is so beautiful. It's signature scent worthy. And because it is so bright and sparkling and just the sun is just beaming down on you, girl, you will get so much versatility out of this fragrance. And so many of my yellow florals, they're boxed in, okay? Summer, not too many where I feel like I can just wear them anytime, any place. This is exactly what I think of when I smell this. She is very elegant, okay? I don't smell this to go, oh, you know what, 18, 19, my daughter would love it. No, she's a little bit more grown up than that, okay? I think this is one that if you enjoy like Chanel fragrances, this would be your vibe. Like this could fit right on in with the Chanel line. Where? I don't know particularly because I don't have all of the Chanels. I don't own very many, but something about this just has a Chanel quality about it. So if you love those fragrances, chances are you would kind of like the vibe this is giving, okay? I love, you know, picking up what she's giving out and throwing down. It just works for me. So check this one out again if you are in the market for something truly elegant, very versatile, signature scent worthy. Again, this is Ylang Noir and this is from Maison. Last but not least is Counterplay from Mind Games. Counterplay is so like fruity and melon forward, and I think this just smells a little different for the house. Like this is easy to wear and pull off Mind Games, but she definitely speaks to summer. So because this has so much melon in it, it really does have like this ozonic, you know, vibe to it. There's also guava mentioned in this fragrance, but I get much more of like a melon essence. So don't pick this up thinking you're gonna get like this guava and banana centered fragrance. I don't get a ton of that, but sometimes, you know, banana, it can take a while to kind of really start to rear its head in a fragrance. Some fragrances I picked up and it's like a year later, the banana is like, okay, it's starting to take over the scent, but I really don't detect a lot of it, at least yet, on my skin, okay? So Counterplay is very sweet and fruity. I think if you love fragrances like Cassiopeia, it's not quite as sweet and candy-like, but I think if you love fragrances with that vibe, you would enjoy Counterplay. I think if you love fragrances like Herba Pura, I think you would enjoy Counterplay. Again, like fresh, aquatic, mango, ozonic, but you have such a beautiful layer of like this flirty sweetness on top of all of that. So it's really just a great little, you know, meet in the middle, fresh and sweet, fruity fragrance. So this one opens with notes of melon, guava, and banana. You have middle notes of osmanthus, ylang ylang, and orange blossom. And you have base notes of patchouli, sandalwood, and pink pepper. It's just easy. This is a very easy to love, easy, fruity wear for the house of Mind Games. A lot of their fragrances can definitely fare on that more complex side. This is easy breezy. Anyone who enjoys feminine fragrances that are fruit dominant, melon dominant, would vibe with this, all right? So again, this is Counterplay, and this is from the House of Mind Games. All right, you guys, so that is it for me. So many luxurious summer scents to pick from. If any of these have piqued your interest, please let me know in the comments below. Also, if you have any of these, let me know how they fare with, you know, your wearing experience for them. What are you excited to wear this summer? It is officially here. Oh my goodness, my birthday is in 4 more days. My goodness, where is the year going? But I'm happy for it. My plants are loving it. Like, I'm loving it. So much doom and gloom we have had this spring. I am ready for the sun to just get here and kind of stay here. So that is it for me, you guys. It has been so real. Make sure you are subscribed. I love you all, YouTube, and I will catch you guys on the next one.